I hate that show Wipeout.
Welcome to Grumble Goat. I'm Veronique Hurley. This is a show about all the small things that drive Matt insane. This week, it's my grumble. Let's grumble.
Wipeout. I can't watch the show. Game shows. Why is America so obsessed with game shows? Personally, I like a murder mystery, okay? But the game show is something that has swept the nation. And then they start to get crazier and crazier. And all of a sudden, I'm watching a game show where someone is physically putting themselves in harm's way to go through an obstacle course. And now I'm not talking about Ninja Warrior. I'm talking about Wipeout, where these people are not physically fit, and then they jump from foam ball to foam ball and they slip on the water luge, and then they don't make it down. My favorite is that they bounce from ball to ball on this show. I don't know if any of you have seen the show. I don't know if the show is still on because I cannot watch this show. This show transports me into another world within myself where I feel their body breaking. When we have a significantly larger human being pop up on stage and he wants to win $10,000 and he's going to prove himself on a game show because luck is on your side. Well, his body's not on his side, okay? So he's running in and he's jumping and he makes the first one and you're like, whoa, he made the first one. That's crazy. And then he jumps on the second one. And then, no, he doesn't. He doesn't make it. And literally, I watch his feet kick and hit his forehead on the opposite side, not like front forwarding kick, either it's a back forwarding kick. And I was like, there is no way that this man, at least have a chance of winning, not just for entertainment. And I guess, yeah, that could be a fun thing to do, but to physically throwing yourself across a water luge, jumping from bounce to bounce, going on an electric wheelchair to, I don't know, that's not on there, but it should be on there because they're going to take him out in a wheelchair. That's the thing. They're taking him out of the water and they're like, get me a wheelchair. I can't walk because I broke my back. And that's the thing. The show is called Wipeout. So they're expecting people to fail. And that's funny. And I don't think that's funny. It is not funny to fail. I hate Wipeout. What, wipe it out, wipe out, wipe out. What, wipe out. And that's the grumble.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
What?
Grumble, 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 grumble. What's got your goat?
For the latter half of the show, we'll bring in my lesser half, Matt, for a pretentious look and a segment we call
What's got your goat?
Welcome, Matt Labatka.
Thank you.
You have now entered a contest.
Oh, I'm in a contest.
It's a splish splash blast.
It's a splish splash blast.
Splish splash blast.
My favorite kind of blast.
Yes, you have to impress the lifeguard.
I'm sorry, what?
You have to impress me.
I have to impress the lifeguard?
That's the game.
Oh, by swimming really well?
It's a slip and splash.
A slip and splash.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to become... All right, diving down into a split and splash.
It's hot outside.
It is hot outside, that's for sure.
We all need a slip and slide. How do you like slipping and sliding?
Slipping and sliding? Is that what you asked?
Yes.
When was the last time you went slipping and sliding?
I think I may have been a child.
Right, yeah.
I wasn't privileged enough to have a slip and slide in the backyard.
Okay.
That's not something that my parents got me.
I'm willing to bet you were probably a child, because if you'd done it in your adulthood, you would know that as an adult, it hurts.
It's dangerous.
Oh, okay.
It's dangerous, isn't it? It would scare me to do a slip and slide.
Why?
Well, because as a dancer, once a dancer, always a dancer.
Right.
You learn how to fall. So you just go with it. So
Okay.
in a slip and slide, it's like you're going into second base and you want to slide.
Okay.
You want to slide as if it's fun.
Right.
To maybe run into something that's not in water anymore.
What do you mean not in water anymore?
In a slip and slide,
Yeah.
the slide runs out and then you're on grass.
Well, how far are you slip and
dirt.
sliding?
However...
You're slipping too far.
The way your body's momentum will take you where it wants to go.
I could never get to the end of the slip and slide.
What do you mean?
I would run as fast as I could to go and dive, and I wouldn't get to the end of the slip and slide.
You're too skinny. That's what you're saying. You were too skinny. You didn't make it.
I think as a wee lad, I was a little too skinny for the slip and slide.
Do you like obstacle courses? Is that something that you like to do?
Of course I love obstacle courses. Everybody
you-
loves obstacle courses.
On the gymnasium or like the jungle gym, like were you a climber? Did you climb?
I climbed everything. Yeah. My mom called me a little monkey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, at Nickelodeon, they had like shows when we were a kid. That
They sure did.
There'd be,
One of my
contest
favorites was
shows.
Impress the Lifeguard.
Yeah, exactly.
Impress the Lifeguard.
Yeah, and if you didn't impress me, you got zacked.
Zacked.
Zacked. Like gacked.
Zacked?
Yeah, slimed.
Oh, okay. Slimed. Zacked. Gacked.
Yeah.
Slimed.
Slimed.
Yeah, you got slimed. No, there was Double Dare.
Double Dare.
Yeah.
Yeah, Double Dare.
Yeah. There was
you-
the Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I love that one.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I used to watch that one.
There's an obstacle course. for
That's
you.
an obstacle course.
Right.
Did you watch any of those?
No, I've never seen it before.
Did you ever dream of being on one of those shows?
Of course I did. Let me tell you something, though.
Okay.
At the end of those shows, they'd be like, would you like to be an audience member? Write to Nickelodeon Studios, New York, New York.
Okay.
And I loved that.
Okay.
And I always dreamed of one day having the address, New York, New York.
Oh my gosh, now you do.
Now I do.
Yeah.
Now I have that address. Now every time I write, my address, I get to say New York, New York.
New York, New York.
Yeah. Write to Grumble Goat Studios, New York, New York.
Yeah, so you dreamed. Now, did you think that you could accomplish the contest? Like the
Oh, of
quest?
course. I was shooing. I climbed everything. I was a wee skinny lad. I was squirrely. Yeah.
And you're
I
smart.
would have been great at that game.
And you're smart. And you're smart under pressure, too.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like right now, I have no idea what's going on.
I know. I can't. I'm so excited.
90% of that show is confidence.
It's confidence.
That's right.
It's like Ninja Warrior. They trained for that.
Yeah.
I trust that this person will not hurt themselves because they have trained.
Okay.
And they're adults.
They're
not
adults.
Kids.
Yeah.
Kids, you break your elbow, you break your arm. It's going to heal much faster than if you're 37 and you break your
Kids can
leg.
break everything and they'll bounce back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They're fine.
They're
they
fine.
get hit by a car, they tumble down a cliff, they explode on impact.
Yeah.
And then they're right back up and they're like, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And then they go and fetch the ball and then the game's still on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
But
Adults, though.
Adults.
Especially adults when they're doing that obstacle course where they slip off something and they bash their back, they bend the wrong way, and they splash into the zone.
Well, now you're talking my language. Now you're talking my language.
They play that in slow motion, and we're like, the body's not supposed to bend that way.
I freeze. I freeze, and I just can't watch it. I think I black out because I can't watch their bodies bend this way.
Right, yeah.
What do you think the motivation is behind?
Did you volunteer for a show like that?
Only impress the lifeguard,
Yeah.
which is it's a catwalk,
It's a catwalk?
Yes, it's a
I thought it was a
catwalk.
slow motion run.
Oh, I'll be there for you. Right? Is that Baywatch?
But yeah, Baywatch.
I forgot what the song is. Anyway,
Okay, so we're talking about contortion bodies.
we're talking about Wipeout. That
Wipeout.
show, Wipeout.
Yeah.
Yes.
That show.
Yes, that
Okay.
show.
Where they bend the bodies the wrong way.
Where the bodies bend in ways you could have possibly imagined. I mean,
it looks fun. Like looking at the obstacle course, I'm like, okay, that looks fun. But then when I see them fail, it's like, ooh, that's gonna take some recovery time.
yeah, they signed a waiver.
They definitely signed a waiver.
And-
there was probably a series of waivers.
It was a series of waivers, and I hope they checked them with their own lawyers.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's not just like whiplash where you're like bedridden or something. That's like physical training to
Right.
get back into normal body shape.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
It looks bad.
What is this motivation? And it's always like $10,000, right? I feel
What's
like
$10,000?
what's the prize?
I have no idea.
What's the motivation?
It's always one of those shows where I'm flipping through and I just catch it and I watch it for 5 minutes. I'm like, oh,
You watch someone fall, and you're
Right.
like, ah!
I didn't even know there was a reward. I thought we were just doing acrobatics for everybody's enjoyment here. But I mean, I think that's the motivation right there. It's
Yeah.
the TikTok idea. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, do you want to be on a reality show? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna wheelchair now. Oh,
I'm
I
in a
didn't
wheelchair.
realize.
Oh, break my spine? Okay.
okay.
For the national spotlight for 2 seconds?
I
Yes.
want my 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wipeout. No, it's not meant to be like that.
No.
Although, you know what? The body is pretty remarkable and like bounces back. Like if you have a action figure.
Yes.
With karate chop action.
Yes.
If you have an action figure and you bend his arm slightly the wrong way.
Yeah.
Snap. Broken toy. But with a human body.
No, I know.
No, yeah, it's much more fluid.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just like, oh, the body is made to be
Yes.
a little bit slime.
Yes.
It's a little bit gack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta oil the muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you
grease them
gotta
up.
oil those muscles.
Yeah, you gotta hydrate. Yeah. I also think it's incredibly rude because some of us, when they see something like that, we see it inside of our souls.
Right.
Right? Like, do you get that? Like,
It's like
I jumped off a cliff feeling when you watch someone
what
fall?
that is, that's empathy. See? Because we see ourselves in them.
I'm such a good person.
You're such a good person
Yeah.
that you feel it inside.
I feel it for them. I feel it for them. You don't have to feel it. Don't worry. I feel it, but you have to do the recovery process.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's empathy.
Ooh!
Yeah.
So why, as a people, are we just so obsessed with games? You know, games with the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We have Wheel of Fortune.
All right. I like how your examples of games are all game shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are other forms of games.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like when me and my buddies go out and we want to try something new, like it's like, what do we have? Archery tag?
Oh.
Where we shoot bows and arrows at each other.
That sounds
like
so fun.
Yeah, it's amazing,
Oh my
right? And you're like,
gosh.
oh my God, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Do I have experience with that?
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's going to be painful. There's inevitably an injury involved in that, but sign me up.
It sounds like you're going to be sore after it, though.
Oh, yeah. And I was. For days after it, I was sore. I had bruises. And I
Yeah.
was like, and nothing works anymore. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, that was awesome.
But the adrenaline fueled it, and you didn't feel it until days later.
Sure. I don't
Yes.
even know if it was adrenaline. I think it was just excitement.
It was excitement. It
Yeah.
was happiness.
Yeah.
It was inner child going, yes.
Yeah, exactly. It was great.
I mean, I felt that way with laser tag.
Yeah.
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 Like, I didn't realize how military I was inside.
Yeah,
But
there's something in there.
My procedural FBI came out, and I was like, yes,
You were
it
like,
was great.
on me, dive.
On your
Yeah.
left.
Retreat. Yeah, there was something military in you.
Yeah.
You're like, get them.
was
I
getting
will
them.
destroy the opponents.
Yeah.
Rip their souls from their flesh.
Yeah. Very.
No, if I was like walking through Central Park.
Yes.
And I came upon like the Wipeout set.
Oh, no.
And nobody was around.
Okay.
You know, we're doing this.
Ah! You would do it. You'd break in.
I'd be like, we gotta try this.
Oh, my gosh.
We gotta try it like that.
We would have to sneak in.
I don't even need the cameras rolling.
Right.
I don't need an audience. I'm just like, guys, we're doing this. Let's go.
just want the experience.
This looks awesome.
You don't even need the fame.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Why would people do this? Of course you're gonna do that.
No. Stop. Stop doing that.
What do you mean stop? You're gonna do it with me.
What? No, the zip lining. I'll zip line
Yeah.
somewhere where I am locked in.
Right.
I'm locked in. We can't fall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zip lining,
Yeah.
that's the slip and slide of the sky.
It is the slip. Oh, I love that. Yes, absolutely.
That's the slip and slide because you gotta dive into it. You
Yeah.
gotta tuck.
You have to
and you
tuck,
gotta ride the wave.
And you got to ride the wave because you are not getting down until you are finished.
Right, yeah,
Yes.
because they keep making you go up.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes in something like that, you just got to be like, you know what? There's so many safety precautions in place.
Yeah.
And so many people are doing this every day that's
Yeah.
like, obviously nothing's going to go wrong. Like, just ride the excitement. Oh, you're skeptical. Oh, okay. Okay, you're one of those people that see like the statistics where it's like you have a higher likelihood of getting hit by lightning than getting hurt on this ride. You'll be like, but it's going to happen to me.
Yeah, but I'm like, but there's a thunderstorm coming. You know? Exactly. At some point, there is just fear, you know? But if you practice... But like, how do you practice for something like that?
How do you practice fun? Is that what you're asking me?
Fun.
Are you asking me how to have fun right now?
Yeah. Well, is there always danger in fun?
There's always danger in life.
I know.
At any point, you can have a blood clot.
You know,
Both of us could fall down dead during this recording.
I'm afraid of blood clots.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better chance of getting struck by lightning, but you're like, a blood clot is in my leg right now.
I mean, there's
working
a
its
lot-
way to my brain.
There's a lot of veins. We have a lot of veins.
There's so many veins. Everything's going to go wrong all at once. You could be sitting still.
Yeah.
Or you could be bouncing off a ball or
That's
falling
true.
into water in a way your body's not meant to. You could die at any moment.
Yes.
Yeah, live it up.
Live it up.
I mean, sure, your chances of dying go up when you're doing
Right.
strenuous, dangerous
Yes.
things.
Yes.
But like but also the odds of living go up. Anyway, yeah. Is that show even still on?
I don't even know. It's not my cup of tea.
I mean, it's called Wipeout. So like the people participating in it sort of had an idea what they were getting into.
Right.
Like it's right there in the name. Like, it's not like get across this course with no pain. That's not what it's called.
No, it's called fall.
It's called fall. It's called hurt yourself. That's what the show is called.
Wipeout.
Welcome to Hurt Yourself. This week on Hurt Yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I think? We should have a game show about people playing cards.
Yeah. We do. It's called the World Series of Poker.
Yes, but not poker. I mean like Uno or something basic, you know? I think we could really get investors on board.
What are you talking about?
Yes,
That's
Slappy
a
Slap.
boring thing to watch.
Slappy Slap is a fantastic game.
Okay, well, Slappy Slap, but here we go. In the name we're slapping each other.
We're slapping each other. We're hurting.
There's pain involved.
I think my hand.
That's what makes it exciting. We want to see death and destruction. Why do you think the Marvel movies are so successful? Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
You think movies like Boyhood or Breaking the Bank? No. Girl sits with her feelings for an hour is not setting any box office records.
One day.
Death and destruction, carnage, and people hurting themselves. That's what sells tickets.
It's raising the stakes in every game, right?
What?
I guess you're raising the stakes.
Okay. You know, something like baseball, we got to raise the stakes. Like, I think everybody in the outfield should also have a bat.
Oh, no. And they bat it back?
No, and they hit each other.
Oh.
The runner shouldn't drop the bat after he hits the ball. He brings that bat around for protection.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's called a base.
Yes.
It should be fortified a little bit. There should be some cannons, hot oil dumping down a moat full of alligators or something.
Exactly.
It's called a base.
Let's make this interesting.
Okay, let's raise the stakes in Uno. What are we doing?
Well, you can do doubles and you can stack. Yeah. I mean, you can get ruthless. You can gang up on people and make sure they don't win.
Gang up on people like
Yeah.
fisticuffs?
No.
Like roving bands of
No.
Uno enthusiasts
No, with
taking
your-
down anybody that has one card left?
With your skip and your reverse and your +4.
Watch out, everybody. Really
Same color,
raising the
same
stakes
numbers.
here
Skip
by
you.
following the rules of the game.
There's always a way to win. Yeah, strategy.
In Wipeout, is there a way to win?
I think if you walk away, you're winning.
Walking away. Those are the real winners.
This has been a bonus episode of Grumble Goat.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Veronique Hurley.
I'm Matt Labodka. Please subscribe.
You hate when people say, please subscribe.
Grumble, 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 grumble. They get hit by a car, they tumble down a cliff, they explode on impact, and they're like, I'm okay! We did it. We've conquered another one of life's little annoyances. But the truth is, what I really hate is commercials. And I'll wager you do too. And that's why Grumble Goat is proudly commercial-free. But to keep it that way, it takes the support of fellow grumblers like you. If you hate commercials, head on over to our Patreon page and see if becoming a Grumble Kid is right for you. And as always, don't forget to Grumble Goat responsibly and share with a friend.
Grumble, 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 grumble. Pa, 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 pa.